Yo, what's good, YouTube? Astro Benji back in the cut. You know what I mean? Today I want to give a little update video on Palantir. I made one yesterday, so if you want to check that out, link is in the description. I go a little more into earnings report on that one, a little more, I speculate a little bit on that one, I guess, and kind of just take the facts and make a thesis out of it. But guys, remember, quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You need to as well do your own DD, and maybe if I guess your theory aligns with mine, still take my word with a grain of salt, but this is all my thoughts, all my research that I somehow concluded. So anyways, to get into the video today, I want to talk about Alex Karp, the CEO of Palantir, and his interview on CNBC. So I'm just going to summarize that real quick and kind of give my thoughts on that. So to get into this CEO, interview, first I want to kind of go over what they said, like I said, but kind of summarize it. Alex Karp began by basically talking about this is not really in order, but this is kind of how the flow of the interview went. He started talking about the AI race between U.S. and its competitors, and he even went to as far as comparing it to the nuke in World War II. So I think what he's trying to do here is kind of give this, like, okay, AI is going to be the biggest weapon, the biggest, one of the biggest, is going to have one of the biggest importance in the future world. Because if you have AI, it's much easier for a country or any nation or whatever to understand, the needs of that specific area and what, people may want, how are you going to succeed all through data, right? So he really emphasized the AI race, the development and importance AI is going to have. And he basically kind of went on this pro-America like kind of discussion with the interviewer, where he was basically, I guess, trying to reiterate that Palantir is really an American first company and American allies and whatnot, and I guess this is a good thing. For American investors, probably would drive away Chinese investors, but he really wants, I guess, to display that okay, Palantir is this patriotic company, which I guess would probably get a lot of new money. A lot of veterans and stuff might be more willing to invest in the company. Then he, the overall the interview was mostly kind of reiteration of the mission of Palantir. I would say this one was a little more comprehensible in when he was talking about the actual software, and I think I like this one in the way that it was more presentable to the audience, and the way he related it to basically America, you know what I mean, was good, I think. He said Palantir had a big role. Honestly, the way he put it, he said Palantir had basically the role of putting out for the successful vaccine rollout. So he was basically saying Palantir was the reason the vaccine rollout was so successful, which is very interesting. And on earnings, they did get a $2 million compensation bonus, which was nice to see. So to me, this is very good. They're taking, it seems like Alex Karp's taking, responsibility for the success of the vaccine rollout with Palantir, which is interesting to see. I don't know how, accurate it is for them to say that, but I like to see that as a shareholder. It gives new investors this new view that okay, this company helped with COVID, so any problem we come across as a nation or allies of the nation, we're gonna have Palantir to help us through that, and Palantir will keep getting paid by the government and whatnot. So I like that. The one thing I didn't like though is when Alex Karp basically avoided or beat around the bush on the question about the continued dilution as a worry for investors. He kind of answered it by basically saying they're going to continue to compensate employees. They're going to continue to do this at a high level, which to me, this is the most bearish thing about the article, the interview. And that, as an investor, I do suggest you look into that dilution and if you're comfortable with taking that risk as a new shareholder. Now, he did sell most of his shares, which is a good thing, I guess, because now he can't continue to himself, basically dilute the price. But we'll continue to see how things go. And then he did, I guess, in kind of that we're going to continue to compensate our employee discussion. He said there is a focus on creating more shareholder value, which, I was a fan of hearing that one more than, what he said formally. And so now going kind of back to the stock here, we can kind of see that CNBC pump right here. That was interesting to see. And then today we actually, we actually followed the market, which has been kind of struggling. We look almost perfect, which is good because, these sell-offs were just kind of random. Never followed the market on those. So of course we follow the market on a red day, but this is all market move, as you can see. Most stocks, I guess Tesla is special here, but look at the S&P, look at the Nasdaq, look at Amazon, Apple, whatever. Dow Jones is decent today. Most stocks are getting killed today. And, this is kind of shown in Palantir, and not worried, but I am happy that it's holding 20 so far. So hopefully if we can continue to hold that level right here at $20, I'll just put a line just to make it a little clearer. We hold that $20 level, we'll be sitting pretty, I think, when the market turns around green, and I think we'll have a bunch of money flowing into this. Continued institutional holdings, as you can see, the options chain seems like more calls than puts, but not so sure about that one. We did have a little bit of news basically around this interview. Nothing to really move the stock, I would say. You had that little CNBC pump, then sell off into the open. The market was moving up, then started moving down. So, like I said, we do have a double top now, which is bearish. We are under the 50 MA, under 200 MA, under the 10 MA. So we're still in very technically bearish territory. I'm watching that 20 level, like I said. If it breaks under that, I'm going to have to find new ways to buy this stock because I think it's very oversold. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, Just look at just take a look at the RSI. Take a look how everything is overextended to the downside. By the way, I keep reiterating this, but you have this beautiful bull flag on the day chart. We just need a break out of this, $30 area, and we can really start to go. So, anywho, let me know what you think of my quick summary and kind of update today on the stock. Let me know if you want me to keep doing this type of videos. I enjoy doing this. I love, I really do. I am fond of this company, Palantir. So as you can see, it's starting to move a little bit to the upside. So like I said, if we hold those levels, we're looking pretty. But anyways, thank you for checking out this video. If you didn't, by the way, go look at my last video where I kind of go over earnings reports, give one of my theses, I guess, about this company. I'm going to continue to, try to put out more and more content and get consistent at making these types of videos. If you guys haven't already, like the video, subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's cool too. Actually, dislike the video if you didn't like it. Leave a comment why you didn't like it, would help a lot. I want to continue to improve, you know what I mean? So anyways, thank you for checking me out. Stay tuned. Astronaut Benji out.